Hey guys, welcome back to my video series where I'm going through all of the challenges in my book, The C Sharp Player's Guide. We've been working through the final battle and all 18 challenges that are in that, and that includes this restoring. Well, yeah, so that all of them, even though you don't need to do them all. We're on the very, very last one. That's this restoring balance one. Now, this one's pretty flexible. You can do a lot of stuff you want with it. The intent here isn't to change a bunch of code or add a bunch of new game mechanics or anything like that. It's just to um, it's to do this. Make sure that the Uncoded One feels formidable, and it's to tweak aspects of the game until it's challenging and fun. I think we got enough pieces in place here to achieve that. Um, but I think we want to make this guy formidable, and I think we need him to have at least 100 HP. I also want this unraveling attack to be very scary. So I'm going to increase the amount of damage it does. I'm actually going to double it. That should be scary. However, we do have a couple things going for us. One of them is if we look at these attack modifiers, this, let's see, object sight reduces all decoding damage by 2. Maybe we'll bump that up to 3. And then there's this bitwise shielding that reduces decoding damage by 3 as well. So we do have things that should reduce that damage. And then the other thing we can do here is we can come back here and say, we already know right now that um, the Uncoded One has 100 HP, which is a lot. Um, I do right this second. I kind of wish I had a few more options than skeletons and stone amarocks. But what I want to do is um, add in a couple more battles here, including one that has that binary helm. I want people to be able to get it, use it. But I also want, let's add another challenge in here that is got 5 skeletons. And then I think it's okay to do new potion. Give our party of heroes a cake and some soup and 3 potions. So now they've got a very large collection of stuff. I don't think since we've got the cake, I don't. Well, except I like the idea of these 2 skeletons that are just sitting around. They weren't prepared for the battle. Their daggers are down and they're eating cake. I wonder how hard it would be to ensure that it is. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. We can't. I'd have to make this public. That might be okay, or I could make it. I could make it. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's this. It specifically said don't change game mechanics. Just change things until it's challenging and fun, and that the uncoded one feels formidable. So we won't worry about that, but that would have been kind of cool, and it wouldn't be too hard, I think, to make it so that we could tell a cake to start with less than 4 slices, so it's a half-eaten cake. Um, yeah, I say yeah, a couple more monster types would have added more flavor here, and we're gonna not have that. So You know what? If I know it says not to, but I don't think it would be hard at all to just throw in a very simple monster that just has, you know, I don't know, more HP, something that's just different, but it's still got the same basic attack. And then we could give this guy a new skeleton king. So we didn't have to do anything too fancy to add in a new, as long as we're not adding new mechanics, to just add something with a different name and different HP and stuff. It shouldn't be too bad. Now, one thing I do want to do here is comment that out. Because I just want this to churn through. I kind of want to get a feel for how hard is this going to be. And we're just going to do computer versus computer and see who wins. You've lost. That's fine. Was it close? No. That wasn't that close. Try it again. Even farther away. So that time it worked. That's awesome. I wonder if that was the problem though. Somewhere in here, the Uncoded One beat. Not there. Back a little farther. Should be close. Gotta imagine. Somewhere in here. All right. Holy cow. 8 damage. That's nuts. All right, so he finished him off. And then, right here, he equipped the magic cannon. I wonder if that was why the Uncoded One failed. Is because I think that unraveling attack that he has by default is honestly probably the best attack. So by equipping something that was weaker than that, the Uncoded One ended up losing because that attack is spectacular. Equipped Vin's bow. Again, that doesn't make a lot of sense for the Uncoded One to be equipping other stuff. It's still funny that he's picking that up though. Given the nature of that, there's a part of me that wants to say maybe we put in a special case for that. If so if we don't have gear, so if character is not the Uncoded One and character yeah. So special case, the Uncoded One should not equip gear. I think that's thematic anyway. The Encoded One isn't necessarily one that is likely to like items. They like destroying things, not using things. 67. That's what I'm looking at here. This is how close are we to winning? Now, so I will say that I think if you are, these keep ending up about the same, and we could put this in a loop and just let it run and total it up. And if I were going to spend a whole lot more time on this, I would consider that. But what I think I want to do is I want to put that back in, and I want to take a crack at this because I think I can significantly outperform the computer AI, and that is a big guess. But I think I can, and my reasoning is The AI doesn't use cake. The AI doesn't use soup. The AI won't equip that binary helm. Um, so for all those reasons, I think that I'll do better by I think by quite a bit. So it might be a fight, but we'll see. So let's just run through this and see. Um, and like that choice right there, I just punched instead of using the bow. Like normally that's better, but in this case, a guaranteed one point of damage. Um, anyway, see, we're all ready to hear, and we've taken one damage, which I sword, quick shot, missed, magic cannon, sword. They used a potion. Okay, we got rid of one of those. Vin Fletcher is now at 11. So having done this a little bit like before, like there are like it's really easy for me to like just miss the fact that one of my characters' HP has dropped down a lot. To have a little progress bar instead of that 11 out of 15 might reveal that better. That would have been a really cool like modification to do. Um, Honestly, Tog is the only one really making good progress on this guy. I'm gonna have Vin use cake right now. So I would use punch here, but that bitwise shielding is gonna stop it. I don't really want to. I gotta use the cannon. Now this should finish that skeleton king off. Okay, how are we doing for health? 20. Yeah, so we're in actually for health we're in great shape. A quick shot worked. We think that just did. Yeah. What was that guy at? 3. Okay. 10 mystic damage. We should probably punch that skeleton right now. All right. We're to the final battle, and let's see. Uh, these guys could use cake. So good Tog. Um, actually, well, first of all, we got to get Vin Fletcher a potion. Second of all, we've got to get Vin Fletcher equipped with the binary helm. I don't know. Maybe I'd rather have. Well, okay, we can do it. So punch. Let's see. Let's switch these guys over to that bow. I like the amount of damage it does, but it isn't high enough. The probability of hitting is too low. You know what? I can change that, right? That was part of this. Let's go to um, gear. This bow, not that bow. It's the cannon. This right here. These numbers are too low. We need that to be dealing a lot more damage. Now they swapped equipment, which should be fine. Oh, other than Ben's almost dead, so let's use the soup. Dang, that unraveling attack is brutal. Um, got up below 50%, but 3 electric damage. That's good. It used a potion. Oh, I don't know. That seems like it's gonna be tough. I want to make some changes here. I think I'm gonna make a couple of small changes. I want to make that a little bit weaker, and maybe this needs to be. Maybe I went too far on that. Let's go halfway between the two that we had. Um, and we did already change this to be a little higher. Maybe some of these deserve a little. Well, I don't know. Maybe something like that. Let's run that a couple of times real quick. Got down to 21. 1 by a little bit. Go down to 14. Go down to 12. I think so. Given that the computer playing itself has won the bad guys have won 4 out of 5 times. Um, that might be in the realm of what we're looking for. Um, the hope, though, is that we can outperform it if we do good things. Potion. Oh, well. All right, let's see. Should have this person eat some of that cake, and this person probably as well. Yeah, I'm liking that this is a lot like we're seeing these hit a lot more often. That I think makes that not so I don't know, annoying. All right, hang on. Before we got too far, this guy's not going to be able to do that much damage. Let's heal up. So almost everybody's at full health, and now we can just go nuts here. The one thing I was going to say is I actually don't think we want that, the Uncoded One, to have any potions either. Did we have any there? Yeah, I don't. If we want, if they're gonna have potions, it's gonna be, I think, maybe just one is enough. Well, yeah. Well, maybe we'll fix that in a second, but um, all right. Let's see. Um, somebody should equip that binary helm. Let's do that. I do think we want that magic cannon involved. So we're down to 75%. Are any of these? No, we want that protection. I think that's going to make a big difference here. We just got to watch the health of these guys. Um, we probably need to use a potion here. There we go. That's the kind of thing we like to see. That's a lot. So the second time they've used a potion in a row. Am I seeing things? Yeah, 2 potions in a row. I don't think they had 4 to start. I don't think they've got very many. And we've got those 2. Oh, definitely need. Where is the soup? Did I already use that? I must have. I want the soup, but we'll have to deal with just a normal potion. So the fact that the Uncoded One's health is now 23 out of 80 is a pretty promising sign that there's no more potions left. So it's just a matter at this point of wearing it down to nothing without dying. Almost there. Let's see if this cannon does it. It did. Ah, the 10 mystic damage. That was the thing that finished it off. That's a good way for it to end. That's a fitting end. So that was a hard fight. Like it was not. And we still have this cake and potion. We still have some stuff we could have done, but um, given that we won, but when the computer played against it, it lost. I think we feel like I've checked off all the boxes on what we needed on that challenge. Um, this is definitely true. The Uncoded One definitely feels formidable. I actually think, though, despite that, I think I'm going to remove. I think I am going to remove a couple of these potions. Um, it's a little demoralizing to get it down and then it just pops back up. Doing it once is one thing. Doing it 4 times is pretty tough. But just looking at this, like we tweaked all these aspects. I think we ended up in a interesting place. I feel like I've checked all the boxes here, so I think we are done with that. And we have a game that's mostly interesting. I do feel like, in terms of gameplay, my only real complaint is I feel like, well, I just keep hitting attack, 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 unless my health gets low, then increase it. And like the only strategic choice I really made was I better have somebody equip that binary helm before I get into the final battle. And that's really kind of, in terms of strategy, that's really kind of the only strategy that I had, which is, I don't know. I think if you add more complexity, more nuance, and some of that stuff, there could be a lot more strategy involved. But we do have a functioning game, the basics of something that is interesting and worth playing. It is a challenge, I think, and it's. I mean, like we can go look now at what we've got here. It's a little hard to add these up this way, but like 100 lines of code there, 50 lines of code there. So we're at 150. And there's 75 there, so we're at 225. Let's call that 400. It's probably not quite 400. Another 100 there, 500. Let's call that 525. 575. 600. I'm rounding here. We'll ignore that one. 650. 7. Yeah, so I mean, we're somewhere between about 700 and 750 lines of code. And again, I tend to be pretty dense about it. Like a lot of other people will spread it out. So if you were doing all this, like you might have ended up with twice as many lines of code as I end up with. But like I said, this is this is a big deal. Like there's a lot of stuff in here, and so if you have made it through all 18 of these challenges, or even if you follow the book and just do like the 9 core ones plus 2 expansions, or borrow my base game, core game, and just add your own 7 challenges, like no matter what you do here, this is substantial. There's a lot involved. So congratulations on getting to this point and completing the final battle. And but I think that's it for this video, and that's it for all the final battle challenges. So I will probably take this version, which is different than the version that's just the raw code online, and I'll probably make this available as well so people can see how the two differ, because I didn't really, there are things that I did that were the same, but there were also a bunch of things that are different, and so it'll be interesting to compare the similarities and the differences between the two. But I think that's it for this video, so thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.